In this video, we're going to walk through the calibration of the GelSight Mobile Series 2. I opened up the GelSight Mobile software and went to Configure Device. And here is where we're going to check that the hardware matches the software. So I have my Series 2 system. I have the serial number that matches my system. And I have a field for current gel. In this example, I'm going to add a new gel so we can walk through the calibration. To add a new gel, I'm going to click Add. And I'm going to type in the serial number of my cartridge. This can be found on the back of the container that the cartridge comes in, as well as printed on the black wings of the cartridge. And I'm going to click OK. I can see that this is a new gel and it says uncalibrated. Each gel needs to be calibrated before you can use it. Let's say you have 4 different gels. You can calibrate all 4 of them and then put them back in the box. And then when you need them, you can use the Select button to select from a list of existing calibrated gels. You don't need to calibrate the gel each time you connect it to the probe, just that one initial time before it can be used. Next, we're going to make sure the calibration targets that are configured in the software match the calibration targets that we have physically. For the GelSight Mobile Series 2 half-X system, the BGA target, or ball grid array, should be set to D10S20, and you'll find that printed on the target itself. Next, we're going to confirm that the groove target, serial number, and depth match the groove target that we have on hand. My groove target has a serial number of 278, and I can confirm that my target in front of me also says 278. This groove target is NIST traceable and comes with a certificate of calibration. Your kit will include an envelope with that copy of that certificate. We want to make sure that the depth specified on your certificate matches the depth of the target that's in the software. If you need to add a new target because you don't see your serial number on this list, you'll click Add. You'll select your target type, G500, and type in the serial number here. And then you will enter the depth that is specified on your certificate. To verify what my already existing target has as the depth, I'm going to click Edit. I can see from this field that I have a depth of 501 micron for this A278 target, and this matches my certificate. Once I've confirmed that my targets specified in the software match my physical targets, I can now calibrate. The software will remember these settings. You do not have to check them each time, but if it's your first time calibrating a system, it's a good idea to verify that the depth is entered correctly. Next, I will click the Calibrate button. The first thing that you see is the system run through an auto exposure routine to set the shutter speed, or the exposure of the camera. You saw the lights flash until it adjusted shutter speed, in this case, to 0.61. This is going to set the brightness of your image. Anywhere from about 0.5 to 0.85 is considered a normal shutter speed. Next, we're going to focus the system. Autofocus ran automatically when I entered calibrate mode, but we can verify the focus by looking at our ball grid array. This image looks in focus, but let's say it looked out of focus. If your image looks out of focus, go ahead and click the autofocus button. It will run through a focus routine and set the focus of your system. You can also manually control the focus with the minus and the plus signs. Now I'm going to follow the prompts on the screen. The first one says scan the flat target. I clicked the button one time to scan the flat target. Next it says scan BGA 1 of 4. I'm going to scan the ball grid array 4 times, rotating it 90 degrees each time. You can see the hole in the center of the screen. We look for that to be about 25 to 50% covered with a shadow to gauge if you're applying enough pressure for the algorithm to detect the spheres. You will see on the right-hand side a bunch of yellow circles being drawn around the detected spheres. If the software isn't detecting the spheres around the edge that might not fully be in your field of view, that's okay. You can continue. If you're missing several spheres from the center of the field of view, you can throw that scan out with the trash can icon and retake it. The last scan that we're going to take is the groove target. It says scan groove. For the groove target, I just want to make sure I'm seeing the bottom of the groove. If you don't apply enough pressure, you'll see air in that channel. Apply enough pressure to see the form of that groove. And take the scan. Once all your scans are captured, a calibrate button will pop up. Click calibrate. Once your model is created, you'll see an output of measured depth. Anything under 2% error by default will be considered passing and will be green. Anything over 2% error will be considered a failure by default, and it will not let you save the model. Now I'll click Save. And my gel is calibrated and ready to use.